God, that's the longest. Can we like edit how? Well, like why 30 seconds? God, hello everyone. Welcome to my weekly meltdowns coverage of Survivor 43, episode 6. What the God? I almost fell asleep. With me, as always, is Tyler. What an amazing
Yes.
episode! It's the merge, not merge
I will say this is
episode.
probably my favorite episode so far of the season, so we have a lot to get into.
We have a lot.
So to help like talk about this really great episode, like this like we're really in modern Survivor now. Jeff is really like embracing it, and so I just feel like everything is just like too modern these days. Like I kind of want like a classic My Weekly Meltdown shenanigans episode. And
Well, you know what you're asking for when you ask for something like this. Pretty much everything you don't want to hear women say, think, or feel, you're going to hear. It's going to happen.
Oh, I know what I signed up for
Okay,
this one.
I'm just saying.
So we're going to let the shenanigans ensue tonight. We have a very special guest. Yep. Aqua dumps galore, all of the things, and I cannot wait to rip Ellie's game apart because she totally deserves it. Do you want to like I don't know? Do you want to bring the guest in?
Absolutely.
I feel like
my theme of retro. My weekly meltdown journey, I've wanted to bring on someone who's very special to us and that I miss very much, and I cannot wait to bring her in. So I guess we're going to do drum roll. Joy to the Yay! We got Deb with us. How are you doing, Deb?
I am freaking fabulous.
You have this glow about you, Deb. I wonder why. I wonder what's going on.
You're just bright, exhuming brightness.
Oh yeah. Deb, how the hell are you? Welcome back to hanging out with us, talking Survivor, all reality shenanigans. What's new? What's going on with you?
I have a new job. I'm working for a very large ophthalmology practice, and I am the team lead for the glaucoma department.
Awesome.
Nice, fancy. Mm-hmm. Well, we have a lot to talk about tonight, but Deb, like since it's been a little while since we've checked in about like reality TV stuff or anything like that, what are like your like overarching thoughts on Survivor these days? And we can talk about Big Brother a little bit too, probably at some point. But what are you thinking about Survivor? Like, do we like the new modern style of Survivor? Like, give me all of your opinions. I want to hear them all.
Okay, I hate the whole idol thing, because you have to use your social skills to like earn that idol or advantage, and people are just losing their damn minds with it and telling everybody that they have an idol or they have an advantage because they don't have the social skills to figure it out. So it's stupid. And by the way, Ellie, she had to go because her friggin' eyes are scaring the shit out of me every time. You're like, girl, those bugs.
I think I'm going home.
Oh my God.
Tim said the same thing tonight. He was like, her eyes are like so big. And I was like, actually, yeah.
Girl, get your thyroid checked.
Does that cause bulging eye? Your thyroid?
Yeah. Thyroid eye disease.
Is it really?
Yeah, it does.
Well, I called it earlier. Just so you know, I said she's going home because she's too damn clean in her first confessional.
Messy. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Lord.
Yeah, so we have a lot to get into. Of course, it ended with Ellie going tonight. And guys, I think she 100% deserved it. Like, this has kind of been the season of like woman after woman after woman going home this season. But I think in this case, like, I've been saying for weeks now that Ellie and Janine are playing a terrible game. And guess what? It finally caught up to them. And like, it's been so long since Yellow Tribe has really had to like vote anybody out. So they've just been stewing over this stupid bag drama literally since day 3 now, and it's only like 9 days later. Like I understand that, but like in Survivor time, that is like eons. So they have just been like waiting for this moment to pounce. And I love when Owen like tried to get the whole group back together and was like, guys, we have the majority here. Like if we just stick together, like this is why we won all these challenges, to be in this power position. And it's just a shame that like not trusting your own teammate just totally gets in the way of the whole thing, totally ruins it. You know, you reap what you sow, because once you prove to somebody that you can't be trusted, like it's impossible to get that back. So I don't blame Gabler for blowing up her shit tonight. And I think the tribe made the right decision, because this whole season, Ellie has, sorry, I'm like going on a rant here, but I'm just so damn disappointed in Ellie as a player. It is crazy. Like she's just like, she tried running this whole season. Like she had the whole plan figured out. Like she was like the mastermind of it all. And how she talked to people about the plans was always came off as very like patronizing to me. It's like, I'm the playmaker. I'm the one like moving the chessboard, and like you're a little chess piece. Like James, I'm going to tell you what the plan is. Cassie, I'll tell you what the plan is. You know what I mean?
Did you hear
like
what she said to what's her name, Janine?
Yeah.
Did you hear what she said on the? I'll use the idol on you if I think you're in trouble. Yeah, I got you the power. I was like, oh, bitch, no. Oh, just F that. No, I ain't using it now.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to use it.
I thought so too.
Is it just me, or is Carla playing the best game?
Yes,
I'm invested in Carla. Down. I'm very invested in Carla right now. Gabler is tripping me out though, with the everybody sitting around eating the merged little feast, and I don't want to get rid of that. I don't want to get rid of Ellie. You know, she went through my bag. I mean, just typical old man in the group. Like that totally would have been me. And that fucker snores. I'm ready for him to go. You know, it's just. He just went through my bag. I was like, damn, Gabler, okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I couldn't yeah. Right, exactly. Like I couldn't believe that he did that. And like I'm so glad that they like cut to Janine like right after he said that, because I was like, oh my God, what is her reaction right now? Because she's been like the only one that's like 100% been on Ellie's team like this whole way. So like, what do you like? If I were Janine, like what do you do in that situation? Except just kind of like sit there and like silently like shit your pants in fear that like your whole spot is being blown up with Ellie.
Well, you just said you didn't want Ellie to go, and Gabler just says she went in my back. I mean, it's just there's no way out of it. There's no back. Okay, well, fuck me then. I'm just gonna sit here and be quiet.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that was just such a great way to instantly like build distrust for everybody with Ellie, because like even before that, like they're cutting back and forth between like that feast scene, and then like Ellie like going around to James, going around to Cassidy, like everybody being like, all right, so here's the plan, here's what we're gonna do. So like they have all of this going on. She's trying to pull all these strings while Gabler just like drops this bomb and says, listen, she's gone through my bag. Like if she's treating her own teammates this way, she's not gonna care at all before she sells you down the river. So honestly, like I'm glad that Janine held on to her idol tonight. Do we think that that's like I'm sure, like I don't know, like was that a good move? I'm glad that she did, because like
of course it always is.
Okay, so tell me why, Deb.
Never use it on someone else. No,
never.
Not somebody that messy. Not somebody that messy, because she can't protect you.
Yeah, but isn't Ellie like the ultimate meat shield at this point, especially for Janine?
No,
she's not.
She's too messy. She's too messy.
No.
How about Ryan putting his words of wisdom in every 5 seconds and no one giving an F? Like they're all sitting there eating, and he's like, just final 7, guys. Right here, final 7. And everyone's like, crickets.
It was very awkward. Yeah.
Poor Ryan didn't have I won't. Gabler wants to talk to Janine. Janine wants to talk to Gabler alone, and Ryan's like, I won't disclose any information.
Henning brings up a good point here. He says, Gabler is the ultimate meat. Wait, sorry. I'm like, I have multiple computers going on right now. He says, thank you. Gabler is the ultimate meat shield for anyone willing to use him. I kind of agree with that. I don't know. And like, we're getting in this preview that like, what did he call himself? Alligator Gabler or something like that? Like, so I don't know. Is Gabler?
He's the
Alligabler.
Alligabler.
How do we feel about that nickname?
I had to rewind. What? I did a. If I'm doing a triple take, it's worth note. But I just thought, wow, where's this guy been all freaking 5 episodes?
He's been asleep.
He's been
Literally just
asleep,
sleeping at the camp, almost almost dying.
waking
But
everybody up with his kindness and them complaining about it because you know it is what it is.
So
Hello to everyone in the chat, though. Let's
Hi.
give props to everyone in the chat. Matt, Linda's in there. Stefan, Heather, Jean, Weston, Rich Fleming's in there. Let's see. Did I miss anybody?
I think we're good. I'm bringing up the chart because like I'm still forgetting like people's names or forgetting that they are
Alligabler.
existing on.
Now,
on
before
this
we
season.
get into this, I want you to bring up the other one first because I need a minute. The draft. I want to look at the draft real quick. Can we do that?
She probably wants to rub something in a little bit.
Always.
Of course.
I just want to point out, Tyler.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I've lost no one.
Yeah.
Beth's lost 2 people. Tyler, you've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, but you've got
Tyler.
Ryan and Jay left.
Yeah, he has
Yeah,
0.
I'm not feeling good about my team.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got the winner. Everybody laughed at me about having Gabler. And I was like, you know what? I don't know, man. There's something about this guy.
I don't know about Gabler. I don't know. Is he he's a little messy.
He's
I
not a
feel
winner.
confident with Carla.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Okay,
Or
so-
Owen. Because Owen
So
has a finger on the pulse of what is going on everywhere.
Yeah, I just don't think that like Owen has enough like agency going into this merge.
Yeah.
Like so we I guess like maybe that's not true, right? Like Owen and Noel kind of hit it off on like a strategic level, like right when they met, like to the point where like Noel told him that Jessie doesn't have a vote and she has to steal a vote. I'm like, man, like I wonder like why Noel is like latching on to Owen of all people at the merge here. I wonder if Noelle feels that like she's on the outs, like with like Cody, Jesse, and Dwight. But I think that bond is interesting there. It's something to keep in mind for future
How
episodes.
are these people so damn excited when they get together, hugging each other, going, "Oh, I've been waiting to meet you." How? Like, what is that about? I've been waiting to meet you. What?
Yeah.
Like I've been eyeing you from the other tribe or something. I don't know.
You got to bullshit
Basically.
your way through that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You gotta pretend,
And I want.
hi, babe. I love you.
Yeah. I just want to say though, I want to give props. You know, we didn't have a Sammy standalone body shot against a tree. We went on and on about that last week, Deb. You know, Sammy got the money shot where he's standing against a tree and we get to look at it and he's just talking. We got the Cody Ash shot tonight. And I have to say, it was a very
Do you like
nice
what you saw?
I liked what I saw.
I didn't see it. I missed it.
It was very quick.
Was there a
It was very-
screenshot?
He was walking on the beach and they
Yeah.
were talking about throwing his name out there and he was just walking and he stopped and then he kept on walking and then it was a real quick, but Allison, trust me, it happened.
It wasn't like, back Chris Underwood kind of shot.
It's not, no, it's definitely not a Chris
It's
Underwood.
not Australian Survivor levels of booty flashing either, I'm sure.
Speaking of Australian Survivor, I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you the games competitions that they're playing in this Survivor are so weak compared to Australian Survivor. It's making me really miss Australian Survivor. I need some like really hardcore competitions.
Yeah, the physicality of Survivor US compared to Australia is like non-existent basically. So like when we get all these close-ups of like Carla's like hand bleeding, I'm like,
Right.
come on. Like I'm sure that must have hurt. Like I hope she's okay. I don't wish her any ill will or anything. I hope she
I
wins
was
this
waiting
season.
for a medic.
Right, yeah. But like we got so many like focuses on that during the challenge, and then like even when they're like standing on the mat after the competition's done, like they just have all these close-ups of her being like, oh my God, my hand is bleeding.
All of the medical attention, just say it, it went to Janine's chin because that shit's totally healed. Anyone
True.
else notice it? Yeah.
Does she have any chin left? Her chin was ripped off.
How did that happen? I don't even remember how that happened.
I think she fell in the first competition or something.
Well,
On her
I think
chin.
was it one where they had to like dig through the sand?
I'm not sure. I thought it was more like heavy blocks. I don't know. It all blends
I
together
don't know.
at this point.
Yeah, I don't even know, but yeah, like half her chin was missing.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, I agree, Deb, that like I think Carla is like the dark horse to watch, like for the rest of the season, like especially now that we've hit the merge. Like, I loved that, like at the very beginning of the episode, like Owen lists like all of the advantages except for Carla's idol. Like that's like the one thing that people have no idea, and she is keeping that shit on lock. She's the biggest threat out there because nobody knows that she has the idol. She's been the most under the radar, and especially now that she has that injured hand going into the merge, like she's gonna be like, I'm too weak, like just like drag me along or whatever. I'm telling you, I'm getting serious like Sandra Diaz-Twine energy from Carla. And if that's true, then we've got an amazing Survivor winner in her. So I really hope that she's there in the end, especially with all these women leaving like so early this season. It would be cool to have like a woman winning at the end.
But have you noticed the theme here is the paranoia? Like this is the third week in a row of a woman being paranoid and basically getting if I had been Ellie, I just would have been like, y'all, obviously she went through his bag, but you don't admit, or you do admit it. I don't care. Yeah, so what? I went through his bag. The guy's not trustworthy. He's full of shit. Yeah, I went through his bag. Turn it around on him. Yes. Don't bum rush the island like Normandy and get these people to do what you want, telling Sammy, you threw me on the bus, you better fix this. Honey, you're gone once you start doing that. This is given like, paranoia will destroy you. It's giving us older ladies a bad reputation this season, and I'm not here for it.
Paranoia. Yeah, I agree. Like, and especially with this like shorter season, like I feel, and with all these advantages like floating around and stuff, like I understand like the game is at like a more heightened stage, right? Like I feel like it's like Survivor like on steroids to fit like all of this game into like 26 days or whatever. So I feel like your mind has to keep up with that fast-paced nature of the game too. And sometimes it is just so hard to just like filter like what is reality and what is just like insanity.
Know who has what. I'm glad that they had like a tier of who's got what, who's got an advantage and who I have no idea anymore. And I'm kind of like you, Deb. I'm like, it's too much. Yeah. It is too much. It eliminates the social part of surviving. Outwit and outlast. How are you outwitting? Oh, well, I'm strategically high. The only person that is outwitting anybody right now with an idol is Carla, because that is how you do it. Unless you absolutely need help making a little bracelet, you keep it to your effing self. That's it.
I like those days where you can just go in the woods and find an idol, stick it down your pants, and say nothing.
Good. What happened to the days if I gotta go take a shit in the forest? Nobody's gonna follow you. Go take your dookie and find the idol. Nobody's following you for that.
I don't think anybody shits in the woods, though.
You know, they're probably in the water.
Aqua dumps.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, you're right.
But you can just say, hey, I got diarrhea. I'm going to be a while.
It's coming out everywhere. Do you really? I need crime scene tape. Are you sure you want to follow me?
Deb, how are you feeling about Cassidy? Because I feel like she's one to like also keep an eye on here.
I'm not feeling anything about her.
No.
No.
All right. So tell me, like, who do you think has like the best chance to win the season?
Carla, Cody, or Owen.
What about Jesse?
Jesse. Which one? Jesse. Maybe. He's still a little. His gameplay is a little messy.
Messy
He's been
Jesse.
a little messy. Yeah, he's been a little messy.
I'm dying to hear that. What do you think about Cody?
Cody, I actually like Cody. He's like
Shocker.
such a spaz, but I like him.
I like him too.
I mean, he's likable. So, I mean, that's a good thing. That's something that can get you to the end, being likable.
I was a little worried about him though during the merge, not merge, when he was walking around by himself on the beach. Because I was like, no, you gotta, you gotta blend in with these people.
Mm-hmm. Especially now that so Ellie figured out from Noelle that Cody has the idol. Like we kind of didn't see we saw Ellie tell Janine, but I wonder if Janine is going to use that information to her advantage for next week. We didn't really see the girls tell anybody else about that, but I think that could be Cody's demise. So maybe it's in Cody's best interest to play his idol sooner rather than later.
Yes, definitely.
Can Gabriel play his yet, or is he done?
Isn't his expired now?
Yeah. So he could. Why didn't he just use it at this tribal?
Yeah, I guess he just
it expired after this tribal. So if your idol is expiring, ladies and gentlemen, if your idol is expiring, just use it. Don't be on this moral high horse of I'm playing such a good game, I'm gonna take it home as a souvenir after the season's done. No, just play your idol and ensure that you're safe for another round. He was on the winning team though, right?
I think so, yeah. That's probably why he didn't use it. But everyone knew he had it. It's one thing if no one knows you have it, yeah, keep it if you want. But if everyone knows you have it, I don't know.
Yeah, so he was safe. So why not use it on Sammy or Owen or somebody else that's vulnerable, so that you're kind of building agency and trust with somebody.
Exactly. I guess he just wanted that piece of jewelry to take home to his family or whatever.
I guess so. Yeah, his daughter really needs the jewelry.
Yeah.
From last week.
I do love how they Ellie put 2 and 2 together and actually got 4 when it came to Cody's bracelet. Because they were talking about the bracelet, and she was like, and she went to Janine, he's got a bracelet, he's got a bracelet, he's got an idol. I thought that was kind of cool, how they put that together, and but that was the all we ever heard of it. It never came up again. But I'm sure it'll come up next week, because next week looks messy from the preview.
Mm-hmm. My biggest question is for next week, where does Janine go, and Owen as well? So Sammy voted out Ellie tonight. So I think that Sammy is ingratiating himself into the group pretty well. But Owen didn't vote Ellie tonight, and neither did Janine, which I understand, of course. But that puts them on the bottom, and I just don't see where Janine can really go after this. Does she use her idol next week? Probably? Question mark.
Probably. Yeah.
She's gonna have to, I think.
I don't know.
She's have to find a new group.
I just don't see you. Right. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Ryan will form an alliance with her.
That's true. I love that she was listen, just because you held me up on a box or something doesn't mean
on a ladder.
We're in Final 7 today. Yeah, that was great.
I'm curious, Deb, what do you think about Sammy? What is he, 19?
Yeah, he doesn't look 19.
Thank you.
He's had a rough childhood if he's 19.
Who's that hairy at 19?
I don't.
Who's that manly at 19?
Yeah, he had a rough childhood. I'm sorry.
What kind of drugs did your mom take, Sammy?
Was she? No, I'm not even gonna say it. No. Nope. Don't say it.
Okay, Matt, Matt Henning says he was that hairy at 19. Okay, there are guys that kind of, they sprout early, but man, that is a lot going on for 19. That guy, if you cut his hair,
30s. He looks like he's in his 30s.
He could play Superman. Literally, if you cut that crazy mullet thing off and styled it, he could be Superman.
Do you want me to find a picture of me when I was 19?
Yeah,
yes, we do. We know.
I don't
13.
I don't think you look like a 30-year-old man.
I'm not. I don't look anything like Sammy.
Every Italian I've ever met. Okay, Rich. Okay, guys. All right. I get it. But look, I'm in the deep South. You think I'm running with Italians over here? I mean,
I'm
come
Italian.
on. You're Italian, but you're not in Memphis. I'm like, there are not a lot of like, look, I'm as white. This is what I'm dealing with. Okay.
Look at the white. You want to see the white?
I forgot. You're transparent.
I am clear.
You're clear. That's right.
Clear. Yes. Fish
I
belly.
don't know, Deb. I've got some competition for you. My grandson is very porcelain, like a doll.
Yeah.
I look ethnic next to him. It's very unusual for me. I'm not used to being the tan one in the group.
No,
Do you want to see what I have? I have a picture ready for.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go.
I think I've seen it before.
What? Why does this look like a Survivor picture?
Is that
right. This is in 2010, so this is me at Sammy's age. God, that makes me sound so old. Jesus.
You don't look different except your hair is shorter. And
Except
your
I had
glasses.
hair.
Yeah.
Huh? No, you have hair. I'm just saying, you had the, you fluffy young guys and see, and Sammy's doing the fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like during that time, like we didn't like cut it short on the sides, like how Gen Z is doing it. Like, see how Sammy's just basically just goes like straight up. Like he still has like clippers like on the side. We didn't do any of that back then.
They're trying to grow a faux hawk.
Beach days.
You had a little
It's more like a
curl.
mullet. Mm-hmm. It's like one stage away from like mullet, like Cody or something.
There was a slight party going on in the back.
Yeah, the mullet's slowly creeping in, but creeping out at the same time. So
yes.
Let's just get this.
I hear Brad Mondo always talking about mullets coming back. Mullets are back.
I can't.
I can't.
I want to update our patron draft because Henning asked for that. So Stefan lost his first drafted person tonight with Ellie. So that is our patron draft. Pretty even across the board compared to what's going on with me, Allison, and Beth's draft. Like Allison has like everybody, and then like everybody here has like 2 people gone.
I really put effort into it because I win almost every year with the Survivor anyway. I don't even think I tried and won a couple of years ago. But listen, I really analyzed. Like I really thought about. I was like, man, I'm thinking about. I'm going to get into this year. I'm going to analyze it a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. But I might have been wrong about some people, though. I see some potential in Sammy. The way he was going to Mike, telling him, you need to get your shit together, man. Mm-hmm. You're like 5 times older than me, and I'm telling you to get it together. It's ridiculous. Like, he's just shaking his head. Just, I can't, he's got an old soul in there.
He hasn't told anybody how old he is, has he?
He said he's 22.
Oh, okay.
I would call bullshit on that if I were on that. I'd be like, dude, you're not 22. You're 32.
I know, right?
I mean, come on. And he's 19. So.
That is crazy.
So, like, I guess, like, how do we see, like, the next, like, couple weeks kind of shaking out here? Like, I consider Ellie the merge boot. I understand this, like, they're not technically merged yet, but, like, I don't know. They're all sitting there.
She's on the jury. Is she on the jury?
She's not on the jury. No. Next round is the start of the jury.
Oh God! Not only did she get it, she got it dry tonight because she's not even in the jury. I didn't even think about it. Oh God, Ellie, she's drinking heavily tonight. Someone's peeling her ass off the floor.
She's getting some margaritas at Ponderosa, and understandably so.
Not even spit action.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah,
just a shock.
I could see Janine going next. I could see Ryan going next. Like, does Ryan have any chance to like make it too much farther in this game? I don't think so.
No.
If he does, it's not going to be on purpose. I promise you. I love Ryan to death, but this guy is just tripping me out. He's no one is listening to him or taking him really seriously. And that's his best defense. Like, I've offered to do this stuff. I said, let's do this. I voted against and you guys are just ignoring me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's ripe for the picking to use. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
He'd be a good shield.
But you like that only works, Deb, when like you're aware of that and you're not trying to be like the mastermind, right? Like when Ryan like tried to make this huge alliance in front of everybody, like you could just like cut the awkward tension with a butter.
Oh, I know.
I'm like,
that's like the first.
Bless your heart. You're too pretty for this.
Yeah, that's like the first 5 people that walk in the Big Brother house together before it. Right here, final 5. Right here, guys. Let's shake on it. Yeah. No, it's not that. That's out the door. Just don't do it.
Yeah. So I could see like Janine playing her idol next, and like Ryan going or something like that. I also feel like Jay is like really.
Yeah.
I feel like his edit has a very like impatient tone to him. Like they always like really zoom in on him when he's like losing his temper. Like at Tribal tonight when he got like 1 vote. Like he was like and then like 3 votes like 3 votes came in for Ellie and he was like and I was like, Jay, I'm like, it's gonna be okay. Yeah, but like that's like the only thing that we really get of him. Like he has like that same kind of like reaction during challenges too. So but like we don't really know anything about him as like a player or like a person really. So I feel like because of the edit, like I used to talk like edgic stuff with you a lot, Deb. I see Jay going out pretty soon. I see Ryan going out pretty soon. And Janine, I see her going out. I'm so interested to see where Janine goes next. But
Noelle? How about Noelle?
So Noelle, like of course she had that like that one episode where she had like this like heroic edit, like we heard all of her backstory and like production can't help themselves but like literally zoom in on her leg like during challenges and stuff like that. But I always said like, so we said in our preseason draft, I was like, I'm so worried about Noelle being like, you know, being this like Paralympic athlete, like you are going to take these competitions and like the game so seriously that like you're just going to like miss out like socially or just be like too like rough and like focused on like physical like comp wins and stuff like that.
You know who that reminds me of? You know who that reminds me of? Big Brother Celebrity, the Olympic chick, the Virgin girl,
Lolo Jones.
Lolo Jones, and she did the challenge. That is exactly what. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so I said like I could see her being the merge boot, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So
because
I don't know.
I would like. I don't think that I would let her get to the end because she would have too good of a story.
Mm-hmm. Oh, too good.
Yeah,
too good.
That's true.
Good. Sorry.
That's very true. Yeah. Allison, how are you checking in with your Memphis cast member here? How do you feel about Dwight?
Hey, Dwight's doing good. I mean, he's sitting there, he's listening, he's doing good. I think he's doing great. I don't see him. I'm telling you, he's going to make it very far, at least to
5.
Final 5. Yeah, I would say 5.
He's keeping his mouth shut. Keeping out of trouble.
And that's what you've got to do. Like you can't. I think even Cody was exhibiting that a little bit tonight as well. We didn't see a lot of Jesse tonight. We saw a lot of everyone else. I think what I'd take from this, when we watch these and we analyze, I think the biggest thing for me is keeping your mouth shut and your eyes and ears open. Almost the speak when spoken to role kind of comes in. Don't say too much, but listen to everything. Kind of pay attention. Who's interacting? Who's talking? Who do you get that feeling you could trust? If I were in this situation, I think my gravitational pull would go towards Carla. Like I would be like, okay, I'm gonna sit with this chick for a bit.
She's good energy. She has
very good energy.
She's calm, cool, collected. and she definitely has a good aura about her. I would definitely be attracted to her, you know.
I could see her,
Not
and
in a sexual kind of way.
no, I get you. Yeah, I hear. But see, I'm thinking like if you took a
And-
Carla and a Cody
Mhm.
and sprinkled in some Dwight, I think those three, if they pulled in together, you have like a
Wait, say
bit
that
of.
again.
Okay, if you took Carla, Cody, and Dwight and pulled them together into something, that you'd have a little bit of each, in one to
Mhm.
carry each other, and I think that that would work a little bit, more. I mean, you say what you will about Ryan, you can keep him around as a shield.
Mhm.
I mean, he's not really doing much. I mean, he's kind of doing these little quirky things, but he's okay. Jay is a good person. I feel like the next vote is really going to start that we've got to flush these freaking idols out, these advantages. We've got to flush them out because if we don't do it, this is just going to continue. So we're not going to get the people out.
I see such a golden arch, like rainbow path for Carla to the end of this game, right? And how I see this happening is like, especially with her idol that nobody knows about, with all these women going, like it's gonna soon turn into this like alpha male like ego checking contest between like Cody and Sammy and Jesse and Dwight and Jay and Ryan. Like all of these guys are gonna start like wanting to really target each other because they're worried about idols, first of all, like you said, Allison, but also like they're gonna zoom out and see so much threat to win challenges, like especially with like just between like Cody, Ryan, and Sammy, right? Like those three could easily win like every single immunity challenge. So like, do we see like harmony for like all of these like strong like alpha guys for much longer in this game? I don't think so. And the more Carla can kind of be behind the scenes, like stirring the pot a little bit, I think that's going to work like beautifully to her favor. And then when she's on the jury, when she's in the final three with like, gosh, they like Owen and Gabor. Like how do you not give Carla the win? Being like, Cody, you're on jury because of me. Jesse, you're on jury because of me. Ryan, Sammy, like all of these guys, Dwight. It would just be such a cool story, and it would be so easy, especially with people that they cast on reality TV. They're all narcissists. Like you need to like play into that a little bit and say like, Cody, like I'm so worried that like Sammy's gonna be this like huge competition threat. Like, what do you think about that? And like Ryan, like I heard like Jesse is like saying that you're too strong in challenges. Like, I don't know, just feed that ego just a little bit. You don't need to do it like really strong. Like we saw with Ellie, like what like overplaying and like pulling the strings like too much. Like if I were Carla, I would say exactly what Sandra says. Like, I don't care who goes home as long as it's not me. Like, I don't care if Cody goes home over Ryan. I don't care if Sammy goes over Dwight. Literally does not matter to me. Just as long as like those guys keep looking at each other and not at me with this like injured hand that I have too, right? So I like it's Carla. You have to do it. Like I believe in you. And you will be a top 10 winner if you play this like Sandra. And I see it for her. I see it so clearly. And I just want her to like just keep playing this like baller under the radar game.
She's
Please,
got the
Carla,
personality for it. She's got the energy for it. So let's hope she keeps it going.
She looks so badass, like the more like islandy that she's getting too. Like I don't know. She just looks like this like baller, like mafia boss leader, like on the island. Like I'm telling you, like Carla could be a serious like top 10 Survivor winner.
Her downfall, if she doesn't make it, I'm gonna tell you, her downfall, I feel, will be the fire making challenge. If it makes it to that, and it's between her and I don't know, Jesse or somebody,
she doesn't know how to make fire.
Sammy, huh?
She doesn't know how to make fire.
I'm not. Well, I don't know. I have this feeling that she might not be able to pull it off.
The edit did show Sammy winning or making fire in the premiere. I always take like a really good mental note of that in terms of like, is this foreshadowing that somebody's gonna like win? Or if they show somebody not being able to make fire. Like that's equally as like that's interesting that they like put that in there.
It's like I don't think. I guess what I'm trying to say is like I don't believe it will be her using. I think she will make it because she's good, but it's not going to be a tribe voting her out that gets her out. It's going to take something like that for her to not continue and not make it to the final 2 or 3 or whatever they're going to do. I will say, what's that, Deb?
How do you play Survivor and not know how to make fire? Seriously.
Girl, if I got cast today, I wouldn't know how to make fire.
No?
No.
Oh. I know how to make fire.
I know. See, here's the thing. I don't camp and shit. We've had this conversation. I don't even want to pee in the woods in the dark.
My best friend is a survivalist. I better know how to make fire. I've watched it enough. I can make fire.
That's true.
I mean, if I had to, I could do it. Because, I mean...
Well, you're going to go on Survivor.
I would practice. I'm just saying if they called me and had me go tomorrow, I'd be screwed. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I would definitely practice. Do what?
You would call us and we would walk you through it.
God, y'all have to walk me through a lot of stuff, like how to keep this shut. I mean, seriously. I mean, it'd be a lot more than just fire making. You know who I can't wait to see?
You'd be like Ryan being like, let's make a 7-person alliance right now.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it now. This is it. This is good. I like this. Let's do it now.
I'm looking at this group and I'm thinking, okay, we've got the jury here with the winner and the runner-up, whatever. I'm thinking, who is going to be my favorite person? Who's going to be the saltiest person we get to look at every week until the finale? I'm like, Mike Gabler. If this guy is out next week or the second week and we've got to watch this guy scowl down every person, I'm there for it. And Jay, I feel like Jay would be a really entertaining jury member as well.
Yeah, I'm just like looking at this this like collage, like the who's left. Like, I really have no idea like how the rest of the season is going to shake out. Like, I could see any combination of 3 people making it to the end, which I think is a good sign for the season. But I don't know. This is like the first episode where like we got some drama, and I loved it. Like, I loved like the messiness of it all tonight. I love that like
Ellie messy every week.
You think so? You think like this is like only the beginning?
Oh yeah, it's only the beginning. It's gonna be messy every week. These people are messy ass people.
We saw in the preview that they like it looks like the guys might start targeting Noelle because of her attitude.
Yeah, and plus of her story, you got to get rid of that. You got to get rid of that. No offense.
But do you get rid of that before like Cody's still in the game, Sammy's still in the game? I think Sammy is like easily like in the number 1 contender to win right now, realistically.
Like, I want to say something, but I feel like I'll get persecuted for it.
Go ahead, just say it. You want to say it, just say it. What?
You're on the internet. Nothing's going to happen.
This will be why I don't ever get cast on anything. No, here's the thing. Like, Noelle, I kind of see that, like, if you look back at the immunity challenges and everything, she is very capable, 100%. She is a warrior, Wonder Woman. I respect the hell out of her. But she is able to, through some of these challenges, not all of them, the guys had to kind of carry her because she couldn't use her leg. And that's how she made it from point A to point B to get to where they were going. Okay, whether they won the challenge or not, she had that help. And now with the swimming challenge, she kicked ass. She did great. My fear is this. Now that we are merged and we are individual into full throttle individual immunity, that she's not going to have anyone to help her. There's not going to be that Jesse and Cody to hold her up while she hops to where she needs to go.
But individual immunity is not group participation. It's usually something, holding something up or strength.
Lots of balance stuff.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing is I'm hoping it isn't like something where, you know what I'm saying, where they've got to do certain things. I think that would be a very big disadvantage for her. But however, you can't really take that into consideration. You know, she signed up to play this. She's going to be treated like everyone else, as she should be.
Yeah.
There was a young lady that was about 90% deaf. I can't remember that, like 10 years ago, maybe.
No,
It was Survivor Amazon.
I believe so. And everyone was in the
Chrissy,
dark. Yeah,
right?
was talking, and she would get frustrated
I remember that.
because she couldn't hear them. And that was part, you know, she wasn't treated any different. And hats off to them for that. But I do kind of feel like, is it an advantage where they're on the pole? You know what where I'm going. They're on the pole. They're holding up. They got to put both their feet down, and she's only got 1 foot.
Well,
is that?
I mean, does she? But doesn't she have a fake foot? You know how they have like a little sneaker on it.
But if they're barefoot,
yeah. So
how does that work?
Is she allowed to use that? So let's say yes, you have 2 feet on that little.
It might be an advantage, actually.
It would be an advantage because she could lean on that and not feel the pain of the things digging into her foot.
See, and I'm thinking they wouldn't let her do that because of that.
I can't imagine Jeff being like, Noelle, you only have 1 leg, so you're sitting this one out. Like, I don't see.
Have you seen Jeff this season? Have you seen him? He's destroyed.
Or
Deb,
Noelle,
give us the Jeff update. The Jeff date.
He's letting his natural grays grow out. I'm for it.
Yeah, he is aging. He is aging. All of a sudden,
That's what I'm saying. Yes, exactly, Deb. Like I've been saying all season long. I feel his age so much this season that I didn't feel in even Survivor 41 and 42.
I feel him being replaced in the next 2 years.
Oh shit! That soon? Really?
He's getting old.
Who's replacing him?
I don't think Survivor goes on without Jeff Probst.
Oh, I totally think it does.
Boston
I
Rob.
think they will try.
Oh, if Boston Rob came in,
No.
can I bitch for a second? Can I bitch, please?
Of course you can. You're Allison.
Stop making sure I'm gonna bitch. Listen, is it me? It probably always is. But is it me, or is Jeff getting a little too involved in these tribal councils to the point where he is literally calling out people and lecturing and it's like he's like presenting, he's like a fucking lawyer. He's like misleading the jury, like he's given the final speech on how you need to convict someone. Am I crazy? But he is like, you're doing this, you're doing that, and you go, and you know, how do you know you can trust this person? And these people over here doing that, and blah, 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 blah. And I just want to go, Jeff, shut up.
And just imagine what we don't hear, because these trials last like over an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Weston. He said we are more beautiful tonight than we were 3 years ago. De-aging, of course. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's it for Survivor stuff. But Deb, like, what are your thoughts about Big Brother lately? Since we have it here.
That was
and did you watch the Challenge USA?
No, I'm not watching the challenge, but the last Big Brother, that was the most satisfying win ever.
Yeah, totally agree.
Brought tears to my eyes. It was a beautiful thing. It was the best speech. It was just, it was everything that you wanted.
Do you think that Big Brother's heading in like a better direction now?
No.
I think find a way to ruin it.
Oh yeah, they'll find a way to ruin it. Because you still get the same shit. You still get the same, racist pieces of shit cast, and they never learn.
It's like they try so, like, we got to not guys. We can't have the white racist guy. Is there any way? And then they interview all these white guys, and they're not going to come out and say these things. It's like they're playing, like, and then they get in the house, and then they start just saying whatever. And it's like production's like, well, we didn't know.
Well, Twitter knows even before they're on TV. So
yeah, so how do you not know? Yeah.
Well, have you seen the Big Brother casting team though? Like, that like a big group photo of them is like whiter than a loaf of Wonder Bread. So like that is the problem. Like they don't like know how to like recognize that in the casting process. But.
Dude, I am playing Big Brother when I am auditioning for Big Brother. Okay. I stood in line in Nashville. What is this? 3 years ago in the rain.
In the rain,
And they were, remember that? And they were coming out, giving us our numbers and things to fill out. And they were flat out telling, y'all need to stop talking to each other. Do not sit here and talk about the game and all this stuff. You need to just be, we can't tell you to shut up. But, and all these people are standing, and I'm just, Chris was laughing, all 4'11" of me just standing there with my arms crossed, with my, he was there, and I had my game face on. And like, everybody's like, so have you ever auditioned for this before? No.
No.
I'm not giving you anything.
Not every year for the past 21 years.
Don't get me started. And then you come in there and, it's funny to me because my brain is going, you want me to start playing the game right now? This person talked to this person exchanged numbers with that chick. I tell on everybody.
I bet they would have loved that, to be honest. That's good TV, that's ultimately what they're out for.
Are y'all going to be applying anytime soon?
I don't think so.
When is the deadline for this year? Because I'm thinking about just putting my grandson in front of a microphone and letting him go, yeah. I put my grandma on the fucking show. And, have a translator, like what this really means.
Honestly, now that The Mole is done, like if they're doing another season, I would love to audition for The Mole instead of Big Brother.
What about Amazing Race for you? Amazing Race for you.
I actually think I would do very well on The Amazing Race because I am very good with like directions and what's the term when like you can like remember like your path, like even though you've only been there like once, like
a good sense of direction.
Yeah, like I have a really good sense of direction. And I'm such a visual person, so I like really remember like random like landmarks of things. So I just feel like I would be pretty good at The Amazing Race, but it's just such a boring show that like first of all, I don't know how it's like I know I've tried watching The Amazing Race. Like I think like anytime there's like Big Brother people on there, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be the season. I'm gonna watch it. Like, and even with like Rachel and Brittany and Janelle and like everybody else, like Cody and Jessica, I just could not get into it.
I really want to watch it, but they put this Love Boat on after Survivor.
Yeah,
but you're not into the Love Boat, Deb. Come on.
Listen,
with Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah, y'all don't even understand. I work so hard that sometimes I am sleeping by 6:30. I am bad.
I know
like,
how.
I'm brain fried, physically exhausted. I come home, I feed the cats, all 5 in the house and 3 outside. Yeah, I'm the crazy cat lady now.
That's a lot of cat poop.
And then, I'll eat something. And then the next thing I know, it's 3:00 in the morning and my dinner plate's next to my bed. And I'm like, what just happened?
Yeah, it's I'm telling you, man, I used to get up 4:30 every morning. I remember I used to tell y'all, I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning. You zero sympathy from anyone around here.
My alarm goes up at 5:15 every day.
I miss those messages from Deb. I slept till noon today, or I just took a 4-hour nap. From like 11 to 4:30, I was napping. Sorry, and I'm like, damn it.
I know, man. I miss my naps. God dang it. Anyway.
Well, who do you think's winning? Final 3, Deb. Come on. Who's winning this year? Who's the final 3?
Carla and Owen. And I don't know who else.
Jesse?
No, Jesse's too much of a threat.
Cody? What about Ryan?
He's such a threat. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Gabler. Let's drag his ass to the end.
Let's do it. I'm all for a Mike Gabler just explaining himself if they do the 3 again. just having to explain. How would you feel? This is what I love is like when they do the final three and everybody gets asked questions. What you're like, and Gabler's the one person that no one asks any questions. He gets no votes, nothing. Ryan's in that final three. Even he
Yeah.
gets effing questions.
Mhm.
You know, and Carla's there and she ends up winning. I think a Carla Ryan Gabler final three would just satisfy me.
See, you know, like when Ryan brings up he wants to make it an alliance with everybody and go to the end. That's the one you want to drag to the end. You know, when there's crickets and no one's like responding to him, that's the one you want to drag to the end because nobody has respect for him.
Which is sad because he seems like he's a sweet guy.
Yeah, I know, but it's sad. But that's the one you want to drag to the end, the one that nobody has respect for. So you protect him.
I could see Cassidy, Owen, and Sammy being the final three, and Sammy winning the season.
I think Cassidy's going real soon.
I just have a feeling. I don't know why.
Oh,
like she's been so under-edited. So like I don't know like where this is coming from. Like,
well, what does the edit say?
So, let me pull it up.
Oh, hey, did you see this? I've never seen the White Lotus. Has anyone ever seen the White Lotus?
I loved the White Lotus.
That happened to Mike White, but I think he got the idea for the White Lotus from Survivor. So it's all. I am actually going to start the White Lotus next week because season 2 is about to start.
Have you ever been to an all-inclusive resort like that?
Hell effing no.
It like I'm telling you, Allison, like especially white people, they turn into like full-blown Karens at these like all-inclusive resorts when like the first little minor inconvenience happens, like, and it almost happened to me when I was in Cancun for a wedding because
we all know you're a closet Karen.
You almost went Karen.
Like, no, these timeshare ladies were like trying to give me the runaround, and I sniffed them out on like the first day. I was so proud of myself, but so like, but the White Lotus is like basically about that, like about all of these like just like insufferable white people on this like bougie like resort, and it's so good. Like it's such a like a true like capsule of just like how
is it like
shitty.
A murder mystery or
I can't confirm or deny.
Is it an anthology where Jennifer Coolidge just shows up in every season?
I don't think Jennifer Coolidge is going to be on this. I think it's going to be like a whole new cast.
Okay.
For season 2, but because it's just like people coming to a resort. Like it's so once they're gone, like once their week is over, that's it.
I do love that Mike White brought up Survivor in his Emmy speech. I'm still loving that. And he and he wrote the White. That's
he did have great. A few he had Alec from his from David versus Goliath. He made a cameo in a few episodes of the White Lotus. So, and I think he confirmed that there's going to be more people from Survivor on the next season. And I think somebody found pictures of Kara and Angelina on like the island where they're filming it. So that could be a little hint as to who's coming. But
Angelina coming back
to White Lotus. I wish she would come back to Survivor, but
okay. Have you guys ever watched Charlotte Dobray on YouTube? Mm-mm. She does a lot of Karen videos, like entitled Karens.
No, you'll have to send me that.
Yeah. And she does like a lot of Bridezilla videos. She's really funny. But when you're talking about Karens, and it's like she has the funniest Karen videos.
I feel like Tyler's a closet Karen 100% when he.
No, I just don't like. I just like I've worked in customer service jobs, so like I'm not gonna be that person like at like restaurants and something. But I effing hate when like people like mistake my kindness and like my approachability for like being a pushover or like somebody. you know what I mean? Like if somebody thinks like I can like get one over on this like stupid silly little kid, like that's when I get pissed, and that's when I'm like, oh no, you're not gonna timeshare me, little missy, and tell me that you're like giving me these like fake little credits and discounts and all of this stuff. We almost like didn't get our COVID test in time because of these like two biatches, but okay, so Edric says that the final, like the biggest like contenders to make it far are Carla, Sammy, and Cassidy. So that's what Edric is kind of looking at. So I don't know, like I'll have to see like why they're coming to Cassidy as a conclusion. Like maybe like that's what I'm seeing too. Like, but I don't know like why I'm seeing that in Cassidy. Cassidy to me feels like a losing finalist. Like I'm not saying that she's winning or anything, but I don't know. And I think Allison, I think that you're onto something about Carla. I really don't think that Carla's going to be there in the end, realistically, because like her edit seems too good to be true, right? Like you're exactly right. Like she's going to be in that 4th place, like Rob Goddess type of
Something's
spot.
gonna happen.
Like
Yeah.
Kelly Wentworth in Survivor Cambodia, like that type of that type of feeling, that type of gut punch when she gets taken out by the stupid fire making twist, which I still hate. But
well, she's not on like, it's almost like the wrong people are on the radar. It's like, I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, they got it right tonight, though. I kind of felt like Ellie just needed to go. And she's not going to be on jury, so that's even better.
And you don't have to look at her eyes anymore.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I feel like this game really opens up now that Ellie's gone, to be honest. Like, I feel like this is, like, we're definitely heading into the next stage of the game. So I'm excited to see where it takes us, because I could see it going anyway. Like, I could see Cody, like, coming into power, but I could also see Cody being targeted next. And where do, like, all the floaters, like, fit into all of this? Like, that's my big question. Like, I've said this, like, a million times tonight, but I'm so interested to see where Janine specifically goes, and if she can land on her feet after this, which I hope so, because she has an idol. So, like, she has an upper hand here. And she knows, like, everybody knows she has the idol, which, like,
we're gonna flush it out.
Yeah, but like, but here's the thing, Allison. Like, does that really happen often? Like, does the actual plan actually execute? Let's flush out an idol, because there's so many winners that like Tony, like he helped, like everybody knew that he had like an idol or two in Cagayan, and it scared everybody from flushing the idol because they were worried that the axe was gonna land on them. Like, it's going to have to land on somebody, right?
Well, when I say flush out the idol, I'm not talking about forcing her to use it. I'm talking about convincing. That is a scenario. But also, to me, fleshing out the idol is forcing them to use it or manipulating them to the point where they don't use it. Because more people are walking out now with these things in their pants.
But if they flush an idol, they're not going to put it back as one of those idols where you have to like jump through hoops to get the idol. No. They're just going to put the idol right out there.
I don't want any more idols the rest of the season. Don't put any more idols out.
I want an idol.
Well, you can have an idol, but nobody else gets an idol. Like, I'm done.
I want to fake diarrhea and go get an idol.
Listen, you will fake the diarrhea and I will cover for you while you're faking urea. Okay?
And,
we'll do it.
And I'd be like, she's not really taking a shit because she'd be doing that out in the ocean.
Tyler, you would rat.
I would not be.
No, timeshare Karen ass.
I don't think I would be taking a shit out in the ocean because it's too out in the open. I think I would want to be like in the woods and dig a little hole behind a tree or something. I don't want to be out in the open.
I would rather dig a hole and doo-doo in the hole and then go wash up in the water.
My ass, yes.
But Deb, I have a bidet now.
Guess what? When I'm going to buy a house, and when I do, I have a bidet in my closet ready to put on my new toilet when I buy a house.
I have a warming option.
Ooh.
So I'm not going to be shy about it when I'm out there looking like a dog with an itchy butthole on the, Anyway.
There
you go.
Days in Survivor.
Yeah.
Saying.
Hey. But you don't eat enough to really take a dookie anyway. So
True.
I don't know. It's a lot of fruit.
Yeah, it's fiber.
I mean, if you eat like I've fallen victim to eating a bowl of green grapes on an empty stomach, and that did not end well for my life that day.
No, that'll run through your colon like a freight train.
Oh, what's faster than a freight train?
A bullet.
Yeah. And just picture sitting in a meeting at work, and your stomach is making those high squeal, and you're like, yes, Allison, get the fuck out. We hear it. We've heard it for 20 minutes. Go.
And you have the Jamie Lee Curtis Activia commercial face.
Oh God, I wish we had brought that up last night. I totally forgot she did the Activia commercials. That was a paycheck.
That is quite the paycheck for her. Yes, you've seen the SNL skit where they make fun of those commercials, right?
Oh yeah,
I love that.
I miss those old the mom jeans, all of it. I miss.
Wait,
all
did
of
I
this.
tell you that I ran into Kate McKinnon on Monday of this week? She came into a coffee shop that I was in, like 2 blocks away from my apartment.
Was she by herself?
Yeah, she just looked like a regular. I didn't say hi or anything, but like she was wearing like an army green like a windbreaker type of coat, jeans and boots and like a backpack. Like she was really like schlepping it, but like her face still looked good and everything like that. But I don't know, she just like looked like a normal person. I don't know. It was like a very just like casual encounter. It was kind of cool. And then later that day, I was having like a very good like celebrity running day. Because Allison, you know where this is going, right? So I was so Deb, I was doing an engagement session in Central Park later that day, and I followed this guy on TikTok where he like does all these like fake farts like walking past people. And so I was with this couple like doing this like really lovely fall romantic engagement session. And I see this motherfucker out of like the corner of my eye, like, and I see him like, so we're like walking straight, and I see him like walking straight, but like slightly like towards us to like intersect with us. And so I just say out loud, like, I follow you on TikTok. And he was like, oh yeah, we're filming right now. And he like points to like the camera guy. And then he does the little like fake fart for me. And then
okay, let me ask you something. My husband, Chris, is obsessed with this stuff. My husband has a Charter Pro. You know what a Charter Pro is?
No.
A Charter Pro is this thing that it has a tube. It's got a squeezy tube and this little pouch thing that goes under your armpit. And you squeeze it and you let go. I mean, they're wet sounding farts because of your armpit. And
that's
dude,
probably what this guy has.
But what they don't tell you is when you do that so much, it burns your skin and it raw. Like he had almost an infection under his arm. And then my husband has that palm thing that you squeeze, which I think is probably what this guy had. Thing, you know? And he's no shame. My husband will walk around Walmart and do it and then look at something.
Oh
He
yeah,
doesn't care.
I follow this like big guy that like he walks around like Home Depot and he'll wait for like an old couple. Old men get really offended when guys do like a big fart in front of their wife. Like they turn around like, excuse me, who the hell do you think you are? What do you think you're doing that? And he always has like a big gulp in his hand, right? He's like, oh, sorry, I just got a colonoscopy. I can't really help it. And like, keep that shit at home, man. It's the
that's probably where it's coming from. Is that big gulp's probably some kind of Charter thing that makes the noise. But my husband will walk and he'll stop and he'll like shake his leg like something's coming down his pant leg, and I'm like, Chris, God.
Well, yes. That's like, so the guy in Central Park, he doesn't just like walk by. Sometimes he'll like run past, like holding his butt, being like, oh God, it's coming out. Or he'll do like these like acrobatic like stunts with like his legs in the air and stuff like that. And it just like rips.
I like it when he's doing it and he looks at like, and he's like walking past a pack of girls and he does it and they immediately looks at them like they did it.
Oh my God, that reminds me of this woman. I used to be work with this woman from Brazil, and she was a very nervous woman, and she was on an airplane and it was taking off, and because she's so nervous, as soon as the plane started taking off, its stomach started rumbling, and all of a sudden she had to take a shit. So she gets up out of her seat while the plane is going up. And you know, the stewardess is like, ma'am, you need to sit down. And she's running up the aisle holding her asshole saying, no, I gotta go shit.
That's gonna be me on the airplane.
Climbing up the airplane, holding her butt.
Well, listen, when I worked for Union Regions Bank, it used to be Union Planners Bank. I worked at the wire transfer department. I probably told this story like 20 years ago. And we worked in half cubes. Like you could see everybody, you know, and we're in like these rows, like there's 4 of us right here, 4 of us, and then there's other 8 people, you know. And of course, I sit next to Miss Joyce, the lady that's been doing wire transfers since they were attached to pigeons. I mean, she is like up there, and
God
she
bless.
doesn't give a shit about, you know. And I'm on the phone taking a wire from a customer. She's in the cube right next to me, and she fucking farts all the time. And I mean, they're just kind of like, and you're sitting there, and you know me, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, you what? Can you hold on a second, please? And this is her. As soon as she farts, this is what she does to me.
Did you smell that?
No, like, I'm waiting for you to laugh, bitch. I mean, it was just constantly like, and I'm sitting there, and all you see is this. Like, I can't do it. And we all laugh because I'm the one that's fucking stuck next to her. And one time she did one so loud, the customer freaking heard it. And it got silent, like, I'm over there, you know. And the guy was like, okay. And he kept talking, and I was like, why? Why?
Oh God, that's hilarious. I love how like unhinged and like how much like old people just like don't care about like.
Oh, my grandparents didn't give a shit, and my husband's 50 and he doesn't either.
I work in medicine. I work in ophthalmology, so we deal with a lot of old people, and you know, you're walking them to the room, or you're walking them out of the room, and they're just farting. As soon as they get up, all the way out, they're just crop dusting the whole office. Yeah,
I mean, it's so funny because my grandson, you know, he's walking now. Sometimes he's learning, like, he's not really hot. He's like run hopping, like he's running and hopping, like he hasn't really realized I can just run. And he'll just take off across the living room, and while he's running, he'll fart at the same time, and he's like run hopping. He's going, and I'm like, and then he looks at me and he's giggling like he, you know, and I just farted.
I love that he knows already that that's like humorous.
I have video.
I feel like that's a sign of like high intelligence, right?
Listen to how intelligent, and I have video, and I will send it to you, both of you. Last week I was babysitting. I was laying on the floor. We like to make forts and little beds in the floor because he loves anything soft. He's all over it. So I have this little pilot in the floor, and we're laying on it playing. And we have the video. I have the like nanny cam video, you know, security camera in the living room, right? So it just records all day, and we never really look at it. And I'm playing on the floor with him, and like he's by my head, and I'm laying on the floor, and I just lift my legs up, and I fart really loud. And he stops and he looks at me, and he kind of thinks a minute. He walks all the way around. I did. I got sent it today. He walks all the way around to my legs and taps my leg for me to lift it up. And he looks down at my butt. And then he kind of walks off like, okay, like he was confirming that is where the sound came from. It's highly intelligent.
Yeah, so we need to see that video. We want to see.
I'm gonna send it to you. And there's like a 3-second delay. There's like a 3-second delay, so you'll probably hear the fart, and then like 3 seconds later,
Well, why can't you put it on here? We want to see it.
Well, I don't have it saved on here. I don't think. What would I have to go to, like, Messenger or something?
You should
Let me
post it
see.
on the My Weekly Meltdown Twitter so the world can see it.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, my
Everybody
daughter-in-law.
needs to see you fart.
It's a loud fart.
Yeah.
And I forget about that camera half the time too. Like, I've done some crazy shit in my
I
living
know.
room.
Like, I can't imagine. Every time I see your videos, I'm like, oh my God, I can't imagine what would be on my videos. Dear
Try to see if I
God.
have it.
I don't want to know what would be on your videos.
I live alone. So, like, clothes are optional.
I've done that too. When Chris is out of town, I've done that. I've like flew through the living room butt naked, and I'm like, oh no. But yeah, I got cat fights. I can't. It's on my phone. I would show it here, but I don't have it.
I have 5 cats. There's always cat fights.
Oh, I've got WWE going on over here between Finley and Oliver. I'm 2.5 years into this crap, and they did it right before the show started tonight again.
Oh no, they wait for me to turn the lights out and get ready to go to sleep. Or first thing in the morning.
Well, there's Tyler's asshole tightening up over us talking about all of this inappropriate stuff. So,
Yeah, let's go ahead and end the show. We'll still like talk like backstage and stuff, but I have to pack. My sister's getting married on Saturday, so heading out tomorrow for that. Which
Are you the photographer?
No, but I'm because I'm in the wedding, so I will be.
oh,
a guest.
and Deb, you know he's going to full-fledged Karen the hell out of this photographer.
Yeah, I know.
No. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
helped. I had a very heavy hand in like who the photographer was. So
You might want to do it like this. You might want to get that.
Mm,
Just, I mean, I'm not a control
I
freak. I'm just
hate-
suggesting.
just saying.
the amount of times people do that to me as a wedding photographer, like regular guests, like it drives me bananas. So I know like not to do that to people. It really pisses me off. Don't be that person at a wedding.
Oh, by the way, did y'all miss the terminology that somebody used? Murgatory.
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 Yeah, I heard that. And I totally forgot about it. That's a new one. I like it.
I don't know what that is.
It's when
purgatory.
were you paying attention tonight when you're in the merge, but you're not in the merge? The merge, not merge.
I see.
Instead of
Merge,
having to say
not
that, it's murgatory. Murgatory.
I like it.
Murgatory.
But also, like, can we just like merge? Like, I hate this like
Fake
limbo
merge.
shit. You know what I mean? It just
Yeah,
feels
there's always that little fake merge. Like you think
Yeah.
you're merged, but you're not.
Mhm.
Well, you know, Thailand season 5, they did the merge, not merge, merge.
Mhm.
And they had to stay on the island together through a couple of
Why do you remember
What
Thailand of all seasons?
because it's one of my favorites. I don't know why. It's one I have watched, but like, oh wow, Allison knows some freaking Survivor knowledge.
No,
Go
just
figure.
like no. Thailand is like always like ranked like one of the worst Survivor seasons.
That's 20
and
years ago.
I feel like your gaps of knowledge for Big Brother and Survivor are so
Yeah.
like random, and
Yeah.
those random parts are like parts that like the fandom just is totally like forgotten about.
Well, Sheehan was robbed,
Like
Matt, because
BBOTT.
yeah, Big Brother TT. But listen, because that was the thing when they immediately got together and Sheehan started running her mouth, and when they went to the challenge, Probe said, "I never said merge. You're just living on the beach together." And Sheehan was like, "Oh shit!" She put the shit, and Sheehan put the shit in shit.
It's pretty impressive that you remember that because, yeah.
Thank you, Matt, in the chat for reminding me of Sheehan because, yeah, I can remember like some early Survivor, and then there's like a big gap because those were my drinking days. Thank you for bringing that up, Tyler.
I don't remember what I ate for
I didn't
dinner
bring that up.
yesterday.
You try remembering Survivor when you're blackout drunk on a Thursday night.
Deb, one time Allison was like, I'm just glad that they don't do that thing at the end of the season where they like go to everybody's torch and like remember them as if they died. Like, I'm so glad they finally stopped doing that this season. I was like, Allison, they haven't done that since heroes versus villains, like literally like a 20
No,
season.
long
it was taken out of context. I said, I'm glad they don't do that anymore. And you took it as I just noticed.
No,
It's
it was
not
like
true.
it was like in the middle of like one of my like nerdy like strategy rants, and you just like blurted out like, you know what? I'm really glad that they don't do this anymore. I'm like, yes, like they stopped doing that. Like, yeah, in fact, like 20 seasons
15
ago.
years ago.
Thanks for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and sign off. But Deb, always happy to see your beautiful face back here. So,
Always welcome. Always
yes.
welcome.
always. We should get Kim Matina on with Deb sometime and just have the ladies just
And Phelan.
And Phelan.
yes.
John, you might as well just not show up.
Child.
Yeah. I'll just be like
Yeah.
editing in the background the whole time. All right. Well, everybody have a good rest of your night. Deb, stay backstage while we do the outro and stuff because
Okay.
I want to chat a little bit. But all right, we'll see you guys next week. Oh wait, one more thing. TJ Lavin retweeted our challenge documentary recap show.
Yes.
So I just want to give ourselves a little pat on the back for that. So go watch it.
Maybe he's
all
a
right.
fan.
Maybe he's a patron. Who knows? All right. Well, everybody, we'll see you guys later. Bye.